rest, ice, compression, and elevation. These are made by a doctor named Dr. Gabe Merkin back in the day. I believe it was actually from the 70s. I could be wrong on that. And he has since recanted that advice. What that basically means is he took it back. This is something he popularized when he was in medical school and he was writing his own book on recovery, and he coined the term. And you'll notice actually that a lot of people do things like this because it's good to have a catchy term for things that people can understand. So rice, it's very memorable. It makes sense to us. I can remember the 4 words based off of the 4 letters. It's nice and easy. So the problem with this though is, like I said, it wasn't based on a whole lot. So he ended up recanting that statement. I have done research and written on that. That is another article that is linked in here. But I basically go point by point about why this is not going to help you. Doctors are going to tell you that you need to do the rice protocol. Honestly, is it the worst thing ever? It's not the worst, but it's not really helping you. I can tell you that. I would probably say ice specifically. This is the least helpful / actually harmful. Ice is not something that is going to help an injury of any kind, including plantar fasciitis. I talk about this with ankle sprains as well. Icing does not actually help you. I would argue ice is detrimental. I would argue that it slows the healing process, even hinders it.